Hey guys, let's talk about forgiveness. Why is it important to forgive? If you don't forgive and you hold a grudge, then that grudge becomes cancerous inside your body. And then you start getting diseases, terminal diseases sometimes, like cancer. You must forgive whatever your parents did to you or whoever did to you. Let's say if you were divorced, got into a divorce and your husband cheated on you. You must forgive him from far away. And it doesn't mean you have to go sleep with him again. No, you can forgive him from far away. Because forgiveness is important for you, not for them. Because if you don't forgive them, you keep yourself a prisoner in your own body. You understand? You keep that grudge in your own body. You become a prisoner within yourself. So you must forgive. It is so important to forgive. You have to let go of the past. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not saying, whatever they did to you was right. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying don't hold any space for them in your mind space rent free. It's not worth it. I mean, how much do you love yourself? Let's go back to that now. Do you love yourself in order to let it go? You have to love yourself in order to let go of the past, whoever did to you. Either if you were molested, let's say, if you were sexually abused, if you were raped, or if you were beaten, if you were abused or neglected or abandoned, whatever the situation was, you must forgive that. It was in the past. It's over with now. It's done. It's so important. And I'm gonna come out here and be vulnerable about my story. And I'm not saying, oh, please feel sorry for me. I need some sympathy or empathy and be like, oh, like poor Angel Gabriel. No, I'm just trying to explain to you my story, and maybe my story could help you. Even one person, or maybe you can learn from my story. I mean, it took me a long time to forgive my mom and dad. I mean, I didn't know I was adopted. I found out I was adopted, and then everything fit the puzzle in my mind, because how they treated me when I was little, even though I was adopted, they didn't treat me the way they should have treated me, but they treated me like a stepchild. I didn't even know that I was adopted till my early 40s, and I just found that out. And when I found that out, I was so mad. And the sad thing, when I found that out, I found it out when they were passed away. But my dad was almost passed away when he told me indirectly. And when my mom passed away, she came in my dream, and then she told me when she was on the other side. They couldn't even tell me in the physical. My dad almost did, but he just couldn't. But I figured it out. And then Jesus confirmed it. But I'm just saying that what they did to me was they treated me not the way they should have treated me, you know? And but I understood at the end why they treated me like that, because I wasn't their blood. I was never their blood. I will never be their blood either, because I'm not theirs. But doesn't mean if you adopt children you should treat them bad. Adopted children need more love, as a matter of fact, because they feel abandoned. But I didn't even know that I was adopted in the first place. But yeah, they intentionally abandoned me over and over again, and they made me feel guilty about things I shouldn't even feel guilty about. Stuff like that. And there was a lot of trauma and all that stuff, but I had to forgive them. If I didn't forgive them, I would be a basket case right now. So, and then after they passed away, they chose to be my spirit guide so they can help me from above now. They asked God that they wanted to do that just for me, and that's what you call love, right? So anyways, try to forgive, to just forgive yourself, but for accepting the behavior, whoever gave you the bad behavior too. If you can't forgive them, forgive yourself for accepting their behavior. You can do that at least. If you can't forgive them, forgive yourself for accepting their nonsense, bullshit, fuckery behavior, whatever you call it. Because you're important, you matter. And let's say if they abandoned you, let's say, did God ever abandon you? Are you ever going to abandon yourself? You will if you don't let it go. You come first. You must heal. And don't heal for anybody, heal for yourself because it's so important. You don't want to get a disease. You don't want to get sick. You just want to let it go. And once you let it go, you will feel so free. And once I let it go, oh my God, I felt so free spirited. And then my awakening happened. I felt so good. Oh my God, it was the best. I felt like I can fly. It was just the most beautiful feeling ever. I felt like so energetically different, like so clear in my mind thought. In my mind, I felt so like liberated, like so like free, pretty much free. That's the word I'm looking for. And that's the best thing I ever did. Forgive them, and they knew the best thing they did, whatever their parents taught them, I guess. But it did hurt when I found out I was adopted, and it made sense though. It just made sense. The puzzle in my mind, why were they so like different to me than the other kids? It made sense. Why was I treated different? Why did they starve me as a little child? That was the most hardest thing ever. They would fucking starve me. I would be so goddamn sorry God. I would be so goddamn effing hungry, and they would leave me home hungry. How do you do that to a child? And they would take their family members out to eat. That's some fucked up shit right there, excuse my language. And my mom would be like, there's juice and crackers in the fridge. We'll see you later. And I would be like, what do you mean see me later? What about me? And my mom would be like, no, you can't go with us. That's it. That's her answer. You can't go with us. Daddy doesn't want us to go with you. That's some crazy shit for a 7-year-old. What would she think? And do you know what I would do? And now I'm going to express my more story with you. What I would do is I would go to my room, I'll put the music on, I would tell God, don't make me hungry. I'm hungry. And I don't want juice. And I don't want crackers, but I'm hungry. And guess what? They would not even bring me food back. I have to wait till the next day to go to school in New York. And they would give free food in New York in school systems, and they still do. And I'm glad that they do that. I would wait till breakfast time to go to school and eat something. Yeah, they did that to me many times. And then at one point, I was deadly skinny, skinny, skinny. And I would look really sick because they would effing starve me. And they did that. I don't know why they did that. But I gotta tell you, karma, man. I saw them suffer in this lifetime. I didn't want them to suffer, but it made me realize why they suffered, But now I'm getting into the more depth of it. What you do is what you get. I mean, I don't mean them bad, but anyways, I had to forgive all that time, them starving me, neglecting me, and not treating me the way they should treat me. Anyways, forgive. If I can do it, you can do it. And always remember, if somebody abandoned you, let's say, whoever it was, I don't care who the F it was, right? Are you going to abandon yourself? Are you? No, you better not. God's never going to abandon to you. And if you have these abandonment issues or past things that you're trying to go through, the past that bad things that has happened to you, then go to God. Go to God and talk to him. He will open the doors and he will help you genuinely. He will listen to you. Only he listened to me. No human being on this effing earth listened to me. My Jesus came down and say, come on in, my child. And he's the only one who grabbed my hand and listened to me and healed me in a way that I am healed. And I'm so happy and I'm crying because I hope this story helps somebody because it's a true story. The neglect I suffered was real. The abuse I suffered was real. It was all real. But guess what? My Jesus, my God, he never left me. He was right there by my side. Right there. And I didn't tell you, when I would walk to school in New York, angels would throw money from the sky. I would find money as a child every time I would walk to school, and I was hungry and I just wanted to go to a 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee, and I had no money. I would find money like $5 here, $3 here, $1 here. Then I would go buy my grape Slurpees sometimes that I would love. because Jesus was watching and my angels were always with me when I would walk in nature. They were there for me, and I will never forget them. Mm-mm. So I'm just trying to say, just forgive because I want you to heal. I don't want you to get sick with some deadly disease and, die that way or, get sick and all that. I want you to heal from your past trauma. And here's another thing that I did. I also did Dark Night of the Soul healing on YouTube. I did that, and that really helped me. Dark Night of the Soul. Looking in my own shadows. In my own self. That helped too. But anyways, I'm getting really vulnerable out here because I want you to know I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect. But I gotta just tell you, my Creator, He helped me so much because it was so hard for me to forgive. At first, when I found out that my that I was adopted, and then I like threw away everything. Like my mom left me some things of hers. I was so angry. I actually ripped them up and cut them up, and I actually burned them. I was so angry. And now I regret it because I wish I had the things that she left me, and she did leave me some nice things, but I didn't want them because I was so hurt. But out of anger, that anger took over me and I wasn't thinking, but now I regret it. And now I wish I had the things that she left me, but I don't because I effing burnt them, and that was my stupidity. So anyways, and she's forgiven me and I've forgiven her, and I've forgiven many people. I really have. And why I forgave them? So I can live. That's why I forgave them, so I can live peacefully. And that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, you hear my other story. I do have an evil sister, but she's going to get her karma one day. I don't even talk to her anymore. That's on her, you know. Can I ever forgive her? I've forgiven her for the past. She still continues her shenanigans. She's going to, make a hole and jump in it and stay in it. That's what she's going to do. She's already in the rabbit hole, so that's another story. But I'm trying to say forgive. Forgive, 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 forgive. Forgive for yourself. You don't have to forgive for others. Forgive for yourself. Forgive yourself. At least you can forgive yourself to accept the behavior of other people's bullshit. You can do that. If you can't forgive them, you can at least do that. Forgive yourself accepting their bullshit. Start from there. Anyways, I hope this resonated and I hope this helps even one person. God bless you, and remember, God loves you and you better love yourself first and your Creator. God bless you guys. Thanks for listening.